Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with our realistic series. So, for a DLC, we all know that is the case, that you are never ever going to have one that everybody thinks is amazing and wants to buy. I would happily buy a DLC that was a new and improved AI on for the workers, although I don't believe that they should be doing that at all. I think that is something that should be involved with the base game. So when I say happily, I mean I would begrudgingly throw my money at them, but I would still do it. That's basically what I'm saying. It should be part of the base game. Like, release a brand new game. If that's what you got to do, code it from the ground up. Do that. Have this exact game that we've got here, but with decent AI. Now, I'd be quite happy with that. I'd do that. I'll take a slice of that particular pie. I'd be quite happy to. And that's something that I feel is missing. I really do. I think that it would make a big difference. Because, let's be honest, the Farming Simulator community it seems to be diminishing of late. The last 6 months, I've noticed that the overall community seems to be shrinking. And yes, there's a lot of mods and stuff coming out and so on, but the entire game and community feels, I don't know, I'm trying to think the word, apathetic maybe? I mean, I was going to say tired, but tired doesn't seem like the right word. It's just, is it just me? Am I imagining this, or does some of the rest of you feel this way as well? It sort of feels like the game community is not what it once was. The game in general doesn't seem to be quite what it once was. I don't know what. I can't put my finger on what seems to be going on with it. Like, why is it that it sort of feels like the community itself is sort of disappearing? Is it just me? Am I imagining this? Is the game itself sort of quietly disappearing? Alright, what's going on here? Why are you going so slowly? Is it because of the scary trees? Are we going to have issues with the scary trees? Probably. I mean, it might have just been changing gear, but I got a horrible feeling it's going to turn around and reverse the whole way across the field, then turn around, and then, you know what, I'm not even going to wait for it to enrage me on that. I'm just going to turn it around here. And also I need to do the bit on the corner there. Yeah, it feels like this game is less than it was. And I don't mean the game itself, I just mean the community for the game. Like, it seems like there's less active people playing the game. There's more of the big modders, the ones that have produced some fantastic, amazing content for us in the past, have been saying much the same thing. It's, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I've uninstalled the game. I don't really want to play it anymore. I'm moving on to other things. Is it just because those people have outgrown the game and decided to move on? I mean, similar thing, I kind of felt a similar thing happened with World of Warcraft, but that one still got a very active community. It was just me and my friends outgrew the game. We'd played it for so long, we basically all quietly got sick of it and decided to move on. We went on to play different games instead, and it wasn't because the game itself was dying. Yes, there's a smaller community than there used to be, but it's because we played the game so much. I mean, I've got over a year of playtime on World of Warcraft, so it stands to reason that eventually I would reach a point where I didn't really want to play it anymore, because, you know, these things happen. It's quite understandable. So that kind of makes sense to me, but this game here, I'm just not sure. Is it that everybody is losing interest in the game? Is it just that there's a few of the big mod creators that have outgrown and moved on from the game because they've spent so many hours pouring their heart and soul into it? Because you can only give for so long. Or is it that the entire community is slowly diminishing? And I can't quite decide which one it is. I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, why does it feel like the community at large seems to be shrinking a bit? Like, is it actually shrinking a bit, or is it just me? Is it just the people I happen to have seen who are, like, is that what's going on? So I don't know. Right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the power of the Force. I'm going to put this lime over in here. Power of the Force is not to be underestimated. So we will drop that in there. That will go into our storage. Totally not picking this up. Using a front loader and a thing on the bag there. As it should be. You know, it would help if I don't... You know, you can just stay there. I mean, yes, it's not very tidily parked, but it'll be fine for now. And we'll go back over here. This one is actually doing a good job for a change. I got a few little strips there that need to be tidied up. So while that one's doing that, let's go... I brought that one out, didn't I? Let's take a hop, skip, and a jump down here and see what we've got. So this one here, we've got 1,000 litres of sheep's milk there. We've got 838 litres of milk right there. The food, I've got 573 litres of space in there. This one's got 742. So I need to wait a little bit longer before I can actually go and put the rest of that protein feed in here, which I will do. And then once that's done, then we don't need to worry about it anymore. It's quite possible that we won't need to bother putting any more protein feed in there at all. We'll wait and see, because I'm going to let the protein feed run out on both lots of animals, and we'll see if they're still reproducing afterwards. It'd be interesting to find that one out. It might be that once you give them the protein feed, they're all right, but their offspring will not reproduce until such time as you get some more protein feed into them. So we will see. But anyway, at the moment, we've got chickens and sheep. They're all doing full reproduction, which is excellent. That's what we want. Sheep's milk. When are we going to sell this? We were talking about, because it's perishable, we should be selling it every month. And it's the same with the stuff in the greenhouses, but I kind of didn't want to be spending lots of time doing that. January is the best time for sheep's milk at 878 right there, so it's quite a bit higher. We'll put it in a very cold fridge and we'll keep it there. It's winter. It's very cold out. We'll be fine. We can leave that one to it. And we've done that little bit down through there, and the hired help has finished. So I've just got a little bit of stuff to do to tidy up this field. And then all of the ploughing in here is all finished. That will be everything done. And if we go and have a look at our map a second. So yeah, I've got some work to do to tidy this up, and that one has been ploughed and finished, so we don't need to do anything here. We've got these two fields that will need to be planted, and I've got this field over here that will need to be planted with a crop. So I need 3 different crops that I've got to find to plant. I'm not going to bother laying out a plan for them at the moment, because we all know that every time I do that, I promptly forget what I said I was going to plant, and that's the end of it. We do have the money up in the biogas plant. I haven't actually gone and tipped any of that out yet. So as soon as I finish this, we will go and have a look at the biogas plant. I've just got this last little bit to do up here, right on the very steep ground. And as soon as I've done that, we have finished this field. So then we can go and take a look at the biogas plant and plan how we're going to sell that stuff, because there is no way I'm going to sit up there with a tiny little tractor and loader and that little tiny bucket that we got right in there and transfer the stuff from the bunker to the the sell point, whatever it is that we put it into. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So we're going to want to get something a bit bigger so that we'll lease something and we'll use that to do the work. But I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use yet. Last time I tried using a front loader, though, I was having issues with it. It wouldn't work properly. I think that has now been taken care of. I think maybe there was some sort of conflict with the mod or something like that. I'm not quite sure what was going on, but there was an issue, I seem to remember, where the front loader wasn't working properly. It's something that reared its ugly head quite some time ago, but there has been a couple of updates since then. Yes, admittedly, I still haven't done the latest update, and I wasn't planning to just yet because a couple of the maps that I'm doing series on at the moment will require me to do some big updates, and I've done quite a bit of modding. I've done quite a bit of editing on those maps, and it basically means I have to go back and do it all again, which I really don't want to do. So I'm leaving that for now, and I'll update the game later on, because there's some sort of bug that was introduced with the last version of the game that caused issues with quite a few maps. And if we have a look now, there's a little bit around these two poles here. There's one tiny spot down there and one tiny spot there. I'm going to get the spot this time. I'm going to do it because I don't want to be left with... Right, it's down here. I don't want to be left with anything that isn't ploughed. Is that it there? I don't want to have anything left at all. So I'm putting the plough this way. I know it's facing the wrong way just for that bit, but it'll be fine. Right, that's now gone. And then there's two spots there. Yes, I know this is a little bit crazy, me doing this level of detail searching, but I tend to do this if I'm going to plough a field into grass and then leave it forever. I do tend to do this. I do this even on the time-lapse series as well. Like, I will go over and make sure I've gotten every little spot because... Oh, there it is. I can see it under the plough. A tiny bit right there. That plough. I don't like the idea of having little spots every single time. If we turn this to grass, from now until the end of the series, every time I open up this screen, I'm going to see that little red dot. There's one back there. And I really, that bugs me, like I can't even begin to describe. Like, it's something that really does irritate me in ways I can't begin to describe. Some of you will know exactly the pain that I feel with it. Why is that bit not disappearing? It's right there. The other one went. Try and find it. Is it maybe further up? Got it! I got it! I got it! Right. That bit's done. Excellent. Now, there's one other little bit over here, and I remembered seeing it when we went round. See right there? There's a little weed that's just left. Right there. You can barely even see that there's anything there, but it is actually a piece that has been left behind on there. So if I drop the plough, you'll see that little tiny bit of weed disappear. There, see? Like that. And it's gone from there as well. So we've now done the whole field. Oh, there's a piece over there. These two spots here, I don't know what those are. They don't matter. That's from something else. But there is another little bit over here. I'm going to go and get that a second. And that's that bit gone as well. Right. Everything is done. We are finished. This field is now ready for planting grass, and we need to go up to the BGA and do our thing up there. So we'll run up to the farm a minute, and we'll put this plough away. Then we can go to the BGA and see about selling stuff. So you get, when you put the silage in, you get methane, you get I have no idea what we get up there. There's a couple of different bits that we do get, and I think there's a couple of recipes that we can go for. You know, it probably wouldn't hurt if we was to do some repair work on this tractor as well. So let's clean it before we do our work. Right, we'll clean the tractor in a bit. once we've unhitched the plow. So we want to go in here, and that plow, we want to repair that one for 300. This one here, we want to repair that one for 80 euros, and this one here, condition, that's 5,000 euros to repair that one. So everything is now fully repaired. There we go, that's better. We could do with a little bit of go-go juice in this one. So we'll run round and get that as well. Totally didn't smash the plow down onto the ground as it came down over that little bump there. It was a figment of your imagination, I'm sure of it. And this plow can actually go in this way, is how I'm going to put this one away. Rather than trying to squeeze in round the other way, there's no reason that I can't just plonk it down there like that. So I'll put that one down there. That's now all unhitched and looking wonderful. Bring you out here. We'll take it up to the pressure washer stand and we'll clean this one off. And then we can run it over to the fuel and we can refuel it. So we'll bring this one up here and we'll spend hours with the pressure washer. That's better. Looking shiny now. Look at that. That is a tractor that we can be proud of. And our tractor that we can be proud of, we can bring it over here. We can fill it up. I love how fast this diesel tank can pump out the diesel and into our vehicles. So I want to go... The thing is, do I want to have our silage being moved with something like this? Or do we want to have it being moved with something like one of these? So we've got the old Volvo BM right there, which I think is a rather cool looking machine, but I don't actually want to use that. This one, however, is a bit of a beast. You have a look at that. We got a general purpose. This is only a 5,000 litre bucket, though. It feels a bit disappointing that it's only 5,000 litres. That one is 3.5. That's 10,000 litres right there. That's more like it. That's the sort of thing that I'm after. 10,000 litre bucket. That's 8,000. This would be the other one that we might use as a silage fork, but I'm thinking the high-tip bucket. 10,000 litres on there. Then there is the 980K wheel loader here. This thing is a monster wheel loader. I believe it is. I don't know if it's as big as this. This is 333. This is 370. Wheel loader tools. So it's the bucket, McCormack high dump bucket. Oh no, this is the base game stuff. Volvo BM. None of that. The 980K. That's 12,500 litres in that bucket. So he's only slightly bigger than the base game one. Let's try the one from the expansion, the Platinum expansion one, because I've not actually used that one. Let me just have a quick scroll through here and see if there's any oversized things in here. We've got a Lipo right there. It's only 3,500. These are 8.5. No. Quite small buckets, generally speaking. 6, 1,900, 800, 1,000, up to 9,000. So, yeah, these are all pretty small loader buckets. Trailer adapter. Right. There's nothing in there that I want apart from the base one. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to try the Platinum expansion one. So we've got this one here, which is 276 horsepower. Or we've got this one here. It's a 27-ton Volvo L180H, 333 horsepower. Look at this beast of a tractor. Tractor, loader. Absolute monster this is. Yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to climb up to get inside that thing. Your head is going to be about here. So it's a long way up to get into this thing. It's a glorious looking machine. I love it. Right, so safety frame. Where is the safety frame? That says no for safety frame. Is it on the back? Oh, it's a little bit over the lights. Design 2, safety frame over the back there as well. Design 3, covering down over there. There was another bit on this side. No, there wasn't. It's just those. And None at all. Right, well, we'll have none. We don't need any extras on this one because they do cost a little bit of money. Safety beacon. Oh, do you know what that one's for? That's fitted in almost all quarries and building sites and stuff now on a lot of machines. If that one is on, it means the person in there is wearing their seatbelt. If that one is off, if that one's not flashing, the person is not wearing their seatbelt. So if it's moving around and there's no... It's either... Well, some of them have it set up that way. Some of them have it set up inverted, basically. If the light isn't on, they haven't got their seatbelt on. And you'll have someone over the radio saying, why is your... or if the light is on, the seatbelt is off. That's... different ones can have it set up different ways, but essentially it's linked to the seatbelt. If you're not sitting in the seat with the seatbelt on, this one will trigger this one. That's what it's related to. And I find it to be a little bit of a jolly nuisance. We'll say, oh, that's no beacon. Design 2, design 1. I want the beacon, but I don't want the seatbelt beacon. So we'll have it like that. Right, lease 300. It's 15 grand to lease this one. And then I want combinations. It's the high tip bucket that we're after. So I'm going to lease that one as well. That's another 1,000 euros to lease that. And you can stay there. We will jump down here and we'll get... Look at the size of that bucket. It's monstrous. Oh, right. I do have an issue with this one. It won't tilt side to side. Right, for whatever reason, the forward and back tilt is not working. And there isn't even a mouse control option for it. Literally, it just doesn't have it. So I can steer. I can steer with this just fine, but there isn't even a mouse control option for the front loader to tip, which means that I can't actually use this at all. What's the good of that? It just won't tilt backwards and forwards. I mean, this one, we can get round it because we've got a high tip, but no, it will not tilt backwards and forwards. Let me have a look in the controls a minute. Right, I leased another one temporarily. That's why I've just added 6,000, because I was just doing that. You've got to be kidding me. Still not working? Oh, it's because I got out. Right, so what you've got to do is exactly the same as the issue that we've had with tree harvesters in the past. You need to go here to the easy arm controls, turn it off, and turn it back on again. I have no idea why we've got to do this. You got to be kidding me. It worked with the other one. I leased another one. I turned it off. Oh, it's because I had it off, and then I got out, and then I got into the thing, and I tried to work it. It didn't work. Then I turned the easy arm controls back on again. Still not working. Why won't this one work? This one's just not doing anything. No, right, let's try it on the ground and then do it. Let's just try that. It's just not working. It's not working at all. The other one worked. It actually worked. It was this little one that I got. I'm going to get a bigger one. Because, well, we need the power for it, mostly. So let me take this one a second and lease it. Yes. Okay. And then jump out of here, and I'll jump into this one. Right, at the moment, it's not working. It moves up and down, but it's not tilting backwards and forwards. And then if I go in here, turn off the easy arm and turn it on again, it now works. Right, so why is it not working for this big old Volvo over here? I don't know what's going on with this game, with this. Like, this has been an ongoing issue for me for a very long time. There is, I know that there's a mod conflict somewhere. Somewhere there is a mod that is, it's a real shame, because I actually really wanted to use this one. I thought this one would be a very cool machine to use, but it's broken. So I've not actually... Maybe I should try it with the base game without anything extra on it and see if that does work. Because this here, because I got out of the machine... You know what? Let's go home and sleep the night a minute. We've got minus 4 grand right there. But I did just return a machine that wasn't working, and we spent, I think it was close to 17,000 on that, so I'm going to just put that 17,000 back, and that gives us now 12.5 grand. So we'll see if we can get this bucket to work. So at the moment, nothing at all. That's not going to work. So if I go in here and I turn that off and back on again, it's now working. So... There's a... tool is not compatible. Right, so I can't use that one on here. What can we use? Let's go and just return that one a minute. There, return. There we go. Here. And I want to go to wheel loaders. If I click on that and I go to combinations, it'll give us what we've got. 3,500, is that all? Well, we can have 8,000 with that silage fork there. This is 1 ton. Oh, this is a log fork anyway. We don't really want that. 2,500. That's just small stuff. Small fry. Well, we've got 8,000 litres with what? 10,000 there. Volvo. It said that it wasn't compatible. Why is it telling me here that I can use it with the combinations if it's not compatible? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. It literally said not compatible. It's because it's the Volvo thing. Right, let's try using the silage fork on here then. That's 8,000 litres. We'll see what we can do with that one. And... hopefully that one will be alright, and then we can actually get up to the silage and start selling some. It would be rather nice if we could do that. Let's bring you in here. Right, that one does fit, and then you can fold this one up. So we do it like that, and we'll turn our beacon on right there. You're not supposed to drive along with this thing like this. You do drive along with it down on the road like that, I know, because I've done it, but you are actually supposed to put a guard on the front, so it covers up the spikes, and then you don't ram into the front of someone and make a mess of them. You don't really want to do that. So, whatever reason that is broken, if anybody knows what mod it is that's causing this conflict, like, I've had this going since nearly the beginning. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.